IELTS Listening, Section 4. You will hear a lecturer giving a lecture about the intelligence of dolphins. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Now we shall begin. You should answer the question as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer the questions.
Welcome everyone to our short lecture. Today we'll be diving deep, both figuratively and literally, into the cognitive world of one of the ocean's most intelligent creatures, the dolphin. These marine mammals have long fascinated scientists, not just for their acrobatics, but for their astonishing mental capabilities. Let's begin with their biology. A major reason dolphins are considered highly intelligent is the size and structure of their brain relative to body size. Their encephalization quotient, the ratio between actual brain size and the expected size for an animal of its body mass, is among the highest in the animal kingdom, second only to humans. But it's not just about size. Their brains also show a high degree of folding, especially in the neocortex, which is linked to higher-level thinking. Now let's talk about social behavior. Dolphins are extremely gregarious animals. They don't just swim in groups, they form complex, long-term bonds with other members of their pod. These relationships can last for decades, and individuals are known to work cooperatively, not just to hunt, but also to care for young and defend each other from predators. What's interesting is that this isn't just instinctual. It's learned, practiced, and sometimes even strategic. One particularly fascinating behavior has been observed among bottlenose dolphins off the coast of Australia. Some females have been seen covering their snouts with sea sponges when foraging along the sea floor. This isn't random. The sponge acts as a protective barrier, shielding their skin from sharp coral and hidden sea urchins. What makes this tool use even more intriguing is that it's passed down from mother to daughter, showing a clear cultural transmission of knowledge. Another aspect of dolphin intelligence is their use of sound. Dolphins are vocal animals, but they don't just make noise. They communicate in ways we're only beginning to understand. Each dolphin develops a unique sound, a sort of acoustic fingerprint, that serves as its personal identity. Other dolphins recognize these whistles and can even mimic them to call out to specific individuals. It's somewhat similar to calling someone by name in a crowded room. Now here's where things get really mind-blowing. Dolphins have been subjected to the mirror test, a classic experiment used to assess self-awareness in animals. When a dolphin sees a mark on its own body in the mirror and inspects it rather than reacting to the mirror itself, this suggests an awareness of self. Only a handful of species, including great apes, elephants, and magpies, have passed this test, placing dolphins in very exclusive company. Moving to language. In controlled environments, dolphins have demonstrated the ability to understand basic sentence-like instructions. They can differentiate between phrases like touch the ball with your tail versus tail the ball with your touch. This shows sensitivity to grammar, or at least some structural rules in communication. Of course, this isn't human language, but it does suggest cognitive flexibility. Another sign of dolphin intelligence is the way mothers educate their calves. It's not just about instinctual swimming. Adult dolphins actively guide, demonstrate, and even modify their behavior when teaching their young how to hunt fish or avoid boats. The calf imitates and refines these skills over time. Empathy also appears to be part of their repertoire. Wild dolphins have been documented helping companions that are injured or sick. They support them near the surface so they can breathe, and sometimes even stay with the ailing member for hours or days. While we can't confirm emotional intent, these actions certainly suggest a high level of social awareness. One rare but striking phenomenon is their ability to imitate speech, not in a talking parrot way, but in mimicking the pitch and rhythm of human voices. In marine parks, some dolphins have reportedly repeated short sounds or whistles that resemble words they've heard from trainers. It's another sign of their powerful memory and auditory processing. Lastly, as intelligent as they are, dolphins face modern threats, one of the most pressing being noise pollution. The increasing presence of boat engines, sonar, and underwater drilling disrupts their echolocation. This affects their sonar systems, the mechanism they rely on for navigation, hunting, and communication. Constant noise not only confuses them but can drive them away from feeding or breeding grounds. To conclude, dolphins are not just playful swimmers. They are deeply intelligent, emotional, and socially complex creatures. By studying them, we not only learn about another species, but also gain insight into the nature of cognition itself.
That is the end of Section 4. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Please make sure you have transferred all your answers to the answer sheet correctly. The listening test is now over. You may now proceed to the reading section.